Welcome to Canvas Projects, a virtual program offering from the Pflugerville Public Library. I'm Meg Miller, an Adult Services Librarian, here with another fun project geared to ages 12 and up for you to complete. Those who registered through the library calendar can pick up their material supply kits, and for everyone else watching, we hope you give these techniques a try. This month's project is a bubble canvas painting. Let's start with a look at the supplies being provided. So in our gallon Ziploc bags here with the 5x7 white stapled canvas, a plate for us to put our paints on, 3 paint colors. I went with a lighter blue, a darker blue, and then a purple. I did provide a craft stick to get the paints out onto the plate, a very small paintbrush there, and then for this project, for the 3D print here on our little flash forward finders. These small, and they're actually cutter dough or clay cutters that you would be able to use, but for this we are going to use them for our circles for the bubble. So those are our supplies. I don't have anything down on my work surface for this one because I really think that I can get the paint right on my circle or on my paintbrush, and I won't really, if we take a look at my example here, you see there's really not too much paint that goes around the edges. If you wanted to, you could definitely do that. But first we'll want to get our paints ready. So I've got my 3 paints. I'm going to set aside my little circle. And really, I won't need all of the paint in this little bucket. We do tend to provide a bit more than is needed because it's 3 colors, and this craft stick, oh, I don't want to pull too far. Oh, almost. Oh, this one's fighting me. There it goes. All right. I can use the other end for my blue. And I'm just kind of swirling it out so it's about the size of my little circle cutter. If I had a paper towel or a piece of scrap paper or something, I could use it to clean off my craft stick and pull out the other paint. In the interest of time for this video recording, I am just going to go for it with this purple. There might be a little bit of darker blue down in there, but it shouldn't be a problem. All right, so I've left a little bit of paint in my paint pots. I'm going to set my craft stick here on the side. I did get a little bit of paint on my hand, something to think about. And now I'm ready for my little circle. And this is really going to be, I mean, you can definitely plot out your bubbles if you wanted to. If you've got a pencil, you could sketch out onto your canvas. But this one is such a fun, quick one. So you'll notice your cutter has 2 sides. So this, probably technically the bottom or the cutting side, is very thin. So we can use that to make a couple of bubbles. I've got a little bit of paint on there. I'm just going to go straight down onto my canvas. I can just drop it down, pick it right back up. Gives me a little circle. And then the other side of our cutter is a little bit flatter. It's a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to go for it and get paint on my fingers on this one. And there we can see I've got the lighter blue paint there. And that bubble is a lot thicker. Let me pull my little bonus test cutter. So on this one, I don't quite have paint all the way around. So I have a couple of options. I can twist my cutter just a little bit and extend that, or I can just kind of leave it, move it around, come back down. There's that little great guy. All right, and I'm just going to continue to do that on slightly different areas of my canvas, alternating colors. If I want to try and make sure that I get the exact perfect circle, I can also twist just a little bit. So twist my cutter, my circle, pop it up. It does get me that like slightly thicker line, as if I was using the thicker side of the little circle here. Let's see, another, maybe I want to try an overlapping. There we go. Just experimenting with my bubbles and that bubble look on here. Sometimes I might get to the edge and that'll give me that kind of half bubble there. Let's go for another light one. Here. Light. And that I actually am getting multiple colors. So you could do that as well, where I've used this circle in the darker blue and then gone to the lighter blue. This one I have just a little bit on there where I accidentally put it down. But that gives me the thought that I can actually pick up the other colors. Now I'm trying to make sure that I don't get, that I'm just kind of putting that non-paint side in the paint and not removing the paint from my other areas. And then I've got a multicolored bubble and a little thicker one. I'm going to go for the thinner side there and try to close it up. Now, the small paintbrush we included because, you know, with those bubbles, that look, you might have just the smallest of reflection. And what I did with mine, where you could go, so this is a light bubble with that light blue, and I could give the light blue little notch there, or for one that's like the dark blue here, I could do the purple, and the same, the dark blue in this one. That's a little bit of the lighter blue with darker in it. I will say with this particular plate, some of these little circles are throwing me for a loop. They're trying to act as if they're my paint, and they're not. So then I'm just really dragging my paintbrush gently, kind of just towards the outside of one corner. Not all the way around, really, just a little touch there. And you can continue with this on your canvas, however you'd like to design your fun little bubble look. You can continue. I need another little half bubble over here. Perfect. And that one needs a light blue there. And so that is our canvas project for April 2023 using 3D printed circle cutters, a small brush. You could really do this little circle trick with a thin cardboard tube, just trim it down. Any other thing that you have that would be a circle that's probably big enough for you to be able to pick up with your fingers. Although you might be able to have something smaller that you use perhaps a pair of tweezers with, or pliers, so that you hold it as you pick it up and set it down. There are just a lot of fun ways to take this particular canvas project and give it just that little extra twist. You may have thought bubble canvas that we were going to be painting with bubbles, but instead we are painting bubbles on this one, and you'll have to check back with us in the next few months to see about the possibility of that particular technique, painting with bubbles. As always, we hope you enjoyed this canvas project and are able to complete it if you registered at the library and picked up your material supply kit, or if you just have paper or even canvases around that you want to try this on your own with your own supplies. Thanks for watching.